Yeah, I got you.
All right, sweet. We'll get started with questions. Please raise your hand if you have a question. Start with John.
There we go. Hey, Steph, how are you doing, man?
How you doing?
Good. I know you've been asked, and we've asked you in the past about the picture and watching the celebration. I think you said, like, back in camp, it was kind of a juggling act for you of using it as motivation, but wanting to move on. Now that you're heading back there, though, do any of those emotions come back and boil up over?
No, I mean, I feel like I carried it over to the season. And throughout this season, we've had our ebbs and flows as far as like the roller coaster. We've had our share of bad with our good. I feel like this team was built off a lot of character. Throughout this season, we had a lot of triumphs, a lot of close calls. Falling short a couple of times, and it built a lot of it. So that's more driven me up to this point rather than the photograph. Just going back to that place, I would say, we played them earlier in the year. I would have had that feeling earlier in the year more than anything. But being in the position that we are in now, we're grateful for the opportunity, to be in the show, to be in the playoffs. And where we are, we worked to get here. So we're just trying to execute, go in with the right mindset and, make our plays. Everybody needs to do their job. So that's all.
And I asked Jordan Poyer this. He said a week ago that even after beating New England a day after Christmas, he kind of felt like you guys were going to see them again. And he says he has the same feeling with the Chiefs. Did you kind of have a feeling even after that win earlier this season that, all right, we're going to get them again?
Yeah, everybody knew that. The Chiefs are a hell of a team. They got all the talent in the world. They've been playing at a high level. They've been to the Super Bowl twice. They got a hell of a quarterback, hell of a receivers, good defense. They're a good team. It's something that we look forward to as far as like the challenge and putting ourselves in a position to have success. So, you can't really say nothing other than they've been doing all the right things. So, yeah.
Thanks, Steph.
What's up, Steph? We just had Devin on with us, and he called Josh Allen the general of this team. I know you've had a lot of great things to say about Josh, but what is it that makes you guys want to run through a brick wall for him?
As of late, you've really seen Josh turn into the quarterback that we've seen all along, as far as like him leading us, him being that driving force. And it's special when it's coming from your quarterback position. It's not coming from your coach. It's not coming from anybody else. It's coming from the quarterback. And for us, like having a quarterback like Josh, you're fortunate, you're blessed. Because things aren't like that everywhere else. And, that's why I always say, like, I'm thankful to have a guy like that, not only as a quarterback, but as a friend, because, when things get tough, it's easy to have his back. It's easy to want to run through a wall for him because, he'll do the same for you.
And then just with his personality, I mean, you could have different quarterbacks and not feel the same way just about how you guys feel about Josh Allen. So what is it about him off the field that you guys vibe with, that you guys agree with, that you guys are able to come together on, day after day?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I give it a lot of credit to the staff as far as like picking the right guy. They picked a lot of the right guys for this, as far as like building this team and the camaraderie of this team. And we meshed really well. We all kind of got a similar story of, kind of being a little bit counted out and kind of coming through the back door, having some success, but always on that steady increase or that grind of trying to get better. And I feel like that's what makes us the kind of team that we are, because, nobody is around here getting fat and satisfied. Everybody's like this. Oh, on to the next. Let's just keep going.
Thanks, Steph.
No problem.
Hey, Steph, it's Mike Catalana. Not specific to the picture, but that picture represents a season ending in a playoff game. And you've also had maybe one of the most dramatic wins ever for a playoff game. That feeling of taking the field when it's win or go home, we talk about it all the time. Does it feel different for that reason when you take the field in a playoff game with everything at stake, where what happens decides whether you go on or your season's over?
I say 100%. I've had a taste of, I guess, both coffees, the good one and the bad one. So I'm fortunate enough to be on the other end. I haven't been able to be in that big show yet. So it's something that I'm always striving for. But as far as like being in the playoffs, knowing that you either win or go home, it's always heightened emotions. I feel like it's a little bit more increased focus and increased effort. fighting for extra yardage in the regular season is different than fighting for extra yardage in the playoff. I feel like you giving it everything you got, and the man across from you is doing the same. Just because you know you're going home if you don't win, and you don't want to be the reason that you go home. So as far as like that being a motivating and a driving force, I think that's enough for any player to know that, all right, if you don't win, you're going home.
Great. Thank you.
What's up, Steph? You know, you guys had 7 offensive possessions, 7 touchdowns. You played about as perfect an offensive game as you could play. And, you know, I look, whenever I see a game like that where your offense is going good, I look at, you know, your numbers, and usually the targets are huge, but it was only 4. Do you feel like, I want to use the video game analogy, that like everybody in this offense, their overall is so high that it doesn't matter where you go in this offense because so many guys can contribute?
I was trying to. I remember earlier in the season when we was asked about the guys that we have and the depth that we have, and I was trying to explain to everybody, like, we got a lot of guys that can ball, we got a lot of guys that can make plays, we got a lot of guys that can do some special things, and to kind of see it turn the corner towards the end of the season. You know, earlier in the season they were calling us all type of names and X, Y thing. We were trying to figure it out, but you know, throughout that process, we didn't lose no faith. We kept grinding, and to kind of see it turn the corner towards the end of the season. Because he had a couple games that he had, you know, everybody's eating, everybody's having success. I was just trying to always keep it in the forefront of, you got to play team ball. We've been playing some great team ball, like guys contributing at a high level. Everybody contributing, everybody doing their job. So having that many weapons and having depth kind of turns the corner for us. You know, it's going to be games where I have whatever targets, and it's going to be games I have 4 targets. But in all, when you're trying to win, if you're really looking at the grand scheme of things, balance is going to get you wins. Team football is going to get you wins. Running the ball is going to get you wins. Motor is having a hell of a back end of the season, and you know Josh is balling now. He's running all over the place. So I wasn't lying when I said we had weapons. I'm just glad that I don't look crazy now, and y'all kind of see it for yourselves.
You mentioned Motor. I want to ask you about him specifically. We just talked to him. You know, you talked a little bit about Tyler Bass, I think a couple weeks ago, about the swagger. What kind of swagger does Devin have? Because he's so quiet, but it seems like he plays with it.
I feel like he's one of those head down work kind of guys. Like, he's not going to say too much, but he's going to show you. He's going to show you with his effort. He's going to show you with his play. As of late, you've seen it. We've been to Motor can make guys miss, can run guys over, and it's a lot of deception because he's small. But I think he's low key like really, really, really good running back. He just, with those opportunities given, he's shown it. As of lately. So it's just we were a high tempo passing offense. I'm saying he had to get a little piece of the pie in, but I'm just happy that his slice of the pie is really getting to show how good he is now.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Steph, I wanted to follow up on John's question about how you and Jordan both had a bit of a feeling that you would face Kansas City again. Was that more just like logically, this is a good team, it's likely we'll see them in the playoffs, or was it more of a feeling like based off last year, it feels like you'll face them again?
It's a little bit of both. Just geared off of early in the season, they had some missing pieces. They weren't all the way clicking on offense as well, or whatever was going on. But you knew they were going to turn the corner eventually. They've been a good team. They're a good team, and things are going to turn the corner as far as like them making adjustments or doing whatever you got to do to win as an offense. So in the back of your mind, you know that that's a good team, and good teams always got to play the good team.
Makes sense. And then this is a little random since you guys aren't the same side of the ball, but I just know you're so close to so many people on this team. So I'm wondering, how have you seen Greg Rousseau? He had such a big game against them week 5. What have you seen him do to build on that during the season?
He's a young player, so I kind of stay on him a little bit sometimes. I'm not too much on that side of the ball, but I make sure I show him some love before the game, and I tell him that he better get his hands on somebody, or I'm gonna get my hands on him. So it's a steady grind. I remember being a young player, and I remember how long the season was. So as far as like him staying focused and him staying grounded this whole time, staying healthy, it's a whole process. So I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him up to this point. But I feel like he got a lot of ball left in him. I think he got some more juice in those legs. He's gonna make some more plays for us. So I'm saluting him to stay on the grind and just staying at it.
Awesome. Thanks.
That finesse, Mookie Hawkins, Ruffle Cincinnati was good.
Nice seeing you. What's up, big guy?
Good, man. How important is it to keep Kansas City off balance with balance aggressively?
They give you a mixture of looks. They blitz. They got you know, they've been doing it for a couple of years now as far as like and having success. So for us, you got to be able to, you know, not only spread the ball around, but make your plays when they come to you. You know what I'm saying? We kind of talk about everybody doing that 1-11, and that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? When you're giving your opportunity, just make your plays. And you kind of saw that last week. Trying to just have that carry over to this week. You know what I'm saying, whether it's 1 million plays or whether it's 3, just make them. And you know what I'm saying, make sure you're doing everything in the best interest of the team.
No doubt, no doubt. And, you know, other than you finessing cornerbacks and safeties, and, you know, how do you plan to be more of an impact without catching the ball?
Shit. Whether I'm throwing a couple blocks or, you know, keeping my quarterback in the right mind frame, playing smart, reminding my O-line, going in the huddle, like play hard, play smart, look where we at. We got points. You know what I'm saying, don't get us out of field goal range. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just friendly reminders. I try not to pry or poke at guys, more so positive energy and positive reinforcements, and a friendly reminder, just be like this. Hey, we good. Let's just stay good. Let's play hard and let's play smart.
Good, guy. Safe travels and good luck Sunday.
Appreciate that.
Oh, we have. Thanks, Steph.
Thank y'all. Have a good one.